So, welcome back. The Renfrew Police Services OPP Detachment Board has risen from closed section at 3:19 p.m. and I'm happy to report that after some discussion, the board has agreed to endorse 2 community members. I would like to read the following motion. That Renfrew Police Services OPP Detachment Board endorse 2 community members, and further that the town clerk Eric be directed to circulate the detachment board's recommendation to each of the 7 municipalities for their individual council appointment. Can I have a mover? Councillor Legree, second Councillor Broom. Any further discussion from the floor? Hearing none, I'd like to call out a vote. All in favor? Oh, perfect. Whew. Thank you. All right, that closes that section. Moving on to agenda item 11. Motion which notice has previously been given. Does any members have a notice of motion that they wish to bring forward? Councillor Legree.
Through you, Chair. My notice of motion is a request to have the detachment commander bring forward information regarding all the grants grants ongoing. This includes an explanation of the grants, status updates, and grant documentation. You okay with that?
Okay. Thank you.
Just for clarification, that will be put on the agenda, and clerical wise, I will talk to the detachment commander and request that for the next meeting that discussion regarding grants is brought forward and that the documentation be circulated. Is that what you? Okay.
Thank you. Are there any other motions? None seen. Thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 12, notice of motion. None were noted on the agenda. And we've asked if there are hearing none, so hearing none, closed. Section 13, bylaws. None are noted, and as we said at the beginning of the meeting, the traditional confirmatory bylaw will be brought forward to our next meeting, confirming the proceedings of this meeting. We'll vote on it, and the next due date for the, or due to the current status of our procedural bylaws. So we can't vote until the bylaws are voted in at our next meeting, and then we'll go back and have the confirmatory. Brings us to item 14, our upcoming meeting. So there's a lot to do going on. I mean, we have some reading to do on the bylaws and on the procedures and on terms of reference. I'm proposing that we have a second meeting sometime late in May so that we can move this forward. We'll have other discussions that we'll need to take on in the coming months as well in terms of budgetary, organizational structure. So if there's an appetite, I'd like to proceed with setting up a meeting sometime within the next 2 weeks and ask our town clerk, Eric, to schedule the meeting unless there's a member that's proposed other date to consider. Mayor McRae?
My understanding is that some folks don't have their meeting in order to ratify this for some time. So maybe if we work just ahead of the last, does that English sound right? Yeah. Is that ahead of the last council meetings that we can have all those boxes ticked?
Okay. May I suggest we leave it for Carolyn to schedule because she can coordinate better than I think us individually here now at this table picking a date, but time is of the essence.
21st, I already booked with PRC.
Okay.
Okay. I think a number of us have, so.
Okay.
So upcoming meeting will be scheduled, and then agenda item 15, adjournment. With that, I'd like to call the meeting of the Renfrew Police Services OPP Detachment Board inaugural meeting of May 3rd, 2024 to be adjourned. Time is now 3:23 p.m. and I'd like to thank you all for attending.